What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to add a dash cam to my Civic Type R. Just wanted to have a little more safety on the road in case I get into an accident. So I'll be installing that. The kit I'll be going with is the Viofo A119 V3 as well as the HK3 hardwire kit. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's go. To perform this installs, you need a few things. First, you'll need a dash cam, obviously. The hardwire kit provided for the dash cam. An SD card for the dash cam to record to. I chose this 128 gig micro SD card so I can store more clips into each trip. You'll need some fuse tabs to tap into your fuse box. You need a circuit tester to test your fuses. And you'll need a crimper to crimp your fuse tabs to the other end of your hardwire kit. So let's get straight into the install. All right, next we're gonna pull the fuse from underneath the door. However, if you don't have a needle nose plier, there is a fuse puller right underneath your main fuse box in the engine bay. We'll start out at the driver's side, right underneath the steering wheel column. You'll see the fuse diagram for the car. This is where we can pick and choose which fuse we want to tap into. You can also find this diagram in the owner's manual if you don't want to look down here. But the fuses are located right underneath, right there. And then this is where we'll be picking a fuse to tap into from. All right, sports fans, we have connected our fuse tester right here to a ground bolt in there. And we have determined in our fuse box that we'll be using the heated seats fuse, that is the constant, and the backlight fuse, which is the accessories. So we're gonna go ahead and tap into that. All right, before we connect our fuse tabs, let's hook up the hardwire into the fuse tab itself. So on the hardwire kit, the yellow is the accessories and the red is constant power. So we're gonna go ahead and crimp that first to the fuse tab. All right, let's go ahead and crimp our constant power. Make sure it's in there nice and tight. All right, so I've gone ahead and plugged in a fuse into the tap. Let me focus on that. All right, so since this is the accessories tap we're gonna be plugging into, it used 10 amps. So make sure the tap that you're replacing is also 10 amps or below. As far as the constant power, that fuse is 20 amps. I put in a 15 amps fuse, and now we're gonna plug into the fuse box. Before we want to start tapping into our fuse box, we're going to need to ground it first. So I found a ground cable here just underneath the footwell, right behind the fuse tap. So we're gonna plug in the black ground wire there. All right, we finally got our ground wire in there. So that bolt is a 10 millimeters. So I just put my 10 mil in there, loosen it a little bit, and then put my ground wire in there. All right, sports fans, we finally got the fuse tabs installed. So for my constant, I chose the heated seats fuse. And for my accessories, I chose the ACC fuse. So I just tapped into those. Make sure you test for polarity, because one side is positive, one side is negative. So the way you test that is you use you pull your fuse, you use your circuit tester and test one of the sides for your fuse. Only one side should light up when there's no fuse. So whatever that side is, that is the positive side. And on your fuse tap itself, the plug that is furthest away from the wire is your positive side. So make sure you line that up with your fuse box. So all we have to do now is plug in our dash cam and pray it works and nothing blows up. So let's go. All right, y'all, here is the moment of truth. Let's plug the hardwire kits into our webcam. And if I turn on the power or the accessories, this should turn on. And we're good to go. All right, now all we have left is to mount it on our dash and plug in the SD card, and we're good to go. All right, so I will be testing it. Let's see. I want to probably put it here. So let me turn my car into accessories. Power on the dash cam. And let's see what we got. The dash cam is on. Okay. Let's see. Which angle would have the best field of view? I want to have my hood there too, so I think, let's see. This would be the place. I think either that or here. I think here would be better. I can see everything. So I'll put it here, right next to the box here. Make sure you take off the cover, the lens cover. And peel off this 3M tape. I already cleaned the windshield, so we're good on that. So let's see. Okay, make sure you get this in one try, because it's pretty hard to take off. Just waiting for this thing to come back on. There we go. All right, so let's see, one try. Can we get it in one try? Yes, we can. All right, so that is there, it is secured. And next we're gonna have to route the cables along the top side of the dash, and then we'll be good. So I'll go ahead and route that. Make sure you have a trim tool just so you can tuck it underneath and you'll be good to go. All right, so the majority of the time that was spent was to tuck it in along here, out here, down all the way here. And now all I have to do is zip tie this stuff up and make it neatly. Alright guys, I finally got it all zip tied up and tucked away in the footwell. So we're good to go. The install is finished. Alright guys, the install is finished. All the cables are tucked away. Make sure everything works. The camera will turn on when the car is turned on. Nothing's blown up yet. So I think today was a success. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys subscribe for more videos like this. Peace.